Welcome back to Becoming the Homo-luminous. This is a guide to becoming the next version of the human being. Characters like Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, they've achieved this state and represent the potential of humanity. A genius-like intelligence, heightened creativity, the articulation of the truth of our reality. Something that even a whisper of in our lives immediately increases its quality. And through these spiritual practices and micro exercises and mindsets, we slowly enhance our consciousness, we slowly intuitively understand what we truly are, and we bring creative meaning and purpose to our emotional lives. This is becoming the Homo-luminous. So to become the Homo-luminous, we must take on the utmost seriousness of this spiritual path, the firm and rigid dedication to the humble embodiment of truth. This has implications on our character, our behavior, every aspect of what we do to ourselves and what we think of our entire world. Everything has a consequence. This is our karma. The Homo-luminous has mastered their karma, the consequences of their actions, which stem from our intentions. Our intentions sort of manipulate the etheric fabric of intelligence, crystallizing notions and concepts into the very facets of our neurocircuitry, there for our access, there for our understanding. So to truly grok the universe and to evolve into the Homo-luminous, we must be willing to accept the cold hard truth, integrate that into our character with virtue, and do the right things to our body to accelerate its intelligence. We are energy, frequency, and vibration. This is represented as chi or kundalini, the bioelectrical force of our nervous system, something that we unlock or increase in flow through the spiritual process. Breath work like Wim Hof, yogic stretching to increase our posture and the conductivity of our spine, and the emotional healing process to relieve tension that's holding on to physical memories, preventing the flow of our confidence, our love, our gut instinct, our higher intuition. These are the chakras, right? Various aspects of our intelligence that we lose access to or become diminished due to the way that our world is, the traumas that we received, and the lack of education necessary to actually master these qualities of consciousness. So consciousness again lies on a spectrum. The intensity of our vibration is the intensity of our emotion. When we raise our vibration, we become more loving because we become more joyful, excited. Less is in the way of using our stress to create strength. We've firmly understood what's necessary in the process of evolution. We utilize this with virtue. Virtue is the alchemizing force of pain. So once we've thoroughly understood this, we rapidly accelerate our vibration and become an emanation of this intelligent awareness of the universe, becoming a genius, being led by meaning and purpose, which is again built in because energy can only transform, evolve, and collect. So you are a collection of evolved energy, a microcosm of the entirety of the universe. So this is the genius aspect of the Homo-luminous that we talk about, a sort of activated quality due to the rigid acceptance of truth. We look at the assembly of an idea or a phenomenal realization as neurocircuitry in our brain, a stimulated creation of understanding through the contemplative process. The less emotional data in the way, the less we identify with what we know and where we're at in the process, the faster we come to these revelations. These revelations are a strong enough intention for long enough in one direction to achieve phenomenal results. Any nervous system is capable of doing this. We must merely accept the implications of truth and what is critically necessary to trigger this event in our brain. Just like the volcano experiment, it works every time a certain way. There's a science to it that we can understand. The assembly of enlightenment in our brain is a similar process. That's the science in spirituality, something discovered long ago by our ancestors. So as the emotional healing process has greatly progressed, you begin to get access to the psychic powers. The psychic powers are components of our reality and abilities that have to do with the manipulation of our intentions beyond space-time. You may have heard that consciousness has a quantum quality to it, that our atoms become entangled with other atoms, interacting beyond space-time. That's how telepathy is possible. It's the summoning of a thought and putting it into someone else's brain through your intentions. Intentions, again, are the guiding force of the fabric of reality. And it doesn't matter if you believe me for this, it's whether you experience it subjectively. Either it works or it doesn't. So to develop this, we need intense concentration of our electrical energies. We need to be well progressed in the emotional healing process. We need to have integrated revelations about the nature of the universe and develop this skill as it is that we develop any other skill. It's a serious amount of dedication. I've had whispers of this. I'm not a perfect master at it, and there's probably Indian gurus who can do it perfectly, but they don't talk about that much. So a Jesus level miracle such as walking on water or flying is only possible with asceticism, completely dropping your material possessions and only practicing your spirituality for decades. Jesus was a yogi at age 12. He learned from occult masters, shamans, and Jewish mysticism. He was a full master of enlightenment. This is how his articulation of truth was so powerful and how he could create these miracles. Jesus also performed Reiki. Reiki is the channeling of our spiritual energy into another individual, with their consent and the proper technique. When we raise our vibration, we raise the health of our body. We increase the amount of energy that cycles through us and creates our aura. When we use our intentions to push this into someone else, we can provide healing to places in their body. And this is something that we can gently experiment with in our endeavors to attain a metaphysical realization. The number one tool to transform into the Homo-luminous and accelerate this process is the psychedelic experience, an experience of a heightened state of consciousness that we learn from and ground into our daily life through the embodiment of the revelatory truth that we come to under its effects. It's the transformation and rewiring of our psychological identification and the increase in our intelligence. If we're willing to deal with the emotions in the way and the implications of truth, we naturally increase the conductivity of our nervous system and push our evolution forward into the Homo-luminous. So the number one way to engage with this in our modern day is to microdose these magic plant medicines and gently engage with breathwork, yoga, and meditation. Even just a light dabbling has transformative effects on our psychology. It evolves our nervous system and increases our vibration. So let's go ahead and take a look at the number one resources that you can use to begin developing your practice and transform into the Homo-luminous. All of these resources and more are in my book, How to Upgrade Your Human, which you can find at Kempton.live. So this is advanced yoga practices. It goes over advanced breath work like Wim Hof, the breath of fire, and more about how yoga isn't just the stretching. There is the cultivation of your morals and ethics and everything that goes into modern enlightenment. It's these short little notes, short little reads that you can do every single day to begin to cultivate that knowledge of the I am presence, the God presence. So then we have kundaliniyoga.org, which shows you physical postures and things that you can do, immediately practical exercises, and they don't take very long to do. We have New Energy Ways version 2. It goes over the Reiki, the Chi, the bioelectrical energy, and how to generate a tangible experience with this and develop your nervous system and your intelligence. So we have Mastering the Core Teachings of the Buddha, which goes over the secret knowledge found in the Bhagavad Gita, and these other texts that illuminate the psychic powers, the development of our mind using alternate methods, and so on. I highly recommend it, even if you skim through it. Now we have Biology of Kundalini. This is the scientific understanding of Kundalini, referred to as potentially an experience that we have in Christ consciousness or enlightenment, all of these things. Kundalini is the scientific facet of our reality that controls that. And then we have Power versus Force. This is where the spectrum of consciousness originally came from. It goes over everything you need to know about consciousness and the intensity of our emotions and how they play out in the process of enlightenment. So transforming into the Homo-luminous isn't all that difficult. To incorporate these resources right away, I recommend a morning routine that is sort of a microcosm of this philosophy. Microdosing magic plant medicine like THC and psilocybin, lightly engaging with breath work like the Wim Hof method, stretching the body and enhancing our posture, meditating while we're under the effects of magic plant medicine to extract their wisdom, and creative skill development to understand how to channel this intelligence into the real world and turn our life around, whether it's financially, creatively, emotionally, and so on. So thank you for watching, and this is chapter 1 of a longer series. So follow for more and check out my book. See ya.